What's good, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for joining me today. Today's video, we are going to make some homemade enchiladas. It's been a while since I've done it. The enchilada sauce that I make from scratch is phenomenal. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Let's get started. All right, you guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start on the ground beef for these enchiladas. So in a pan here, I just add a little bit of cooking oil. Just to kind of wet the pan a little bit. Didn't put a ton, but I wanted to coat it with that oil because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with the some onion. Don't knock that over. I just got a regular white onion, and this is about a little bit less than half of a small white onion that I'm adding to this. When I'm making my rice, when I'm making the ground beef, I want to saute these onions, and I'm going to season it with Homemade products. It's incredible. We absolutely love this stuff in this house. This is the, without a doubt, the most used seasoning in my house. And I'm just going to take some of this and add it to these onions. And the reason I'm doing it this way before I add the ground beef is I love that it's incredible as a seasoning when I'm cooking like onions or bell peppers or something like that. It just adds so much flavor to the dish. So we're going to saute these onions down, and that smell you pick up, oh my goodness, it's going to be good. Now, when we add the ground beef to this, it is going to add some more grease to the dish. But I'm using an 80-20 ground beef, so it's not going to add a ton. But I did want to go ahead and add a little bit of oil to saute these onions a little bit. Oh man, if you could smell that, the onions with that, it's incredible. I'm telling you guys, if you have not tried this, it's incredible. I don't know what you're waiting for. This is some damn good stuff. Again, that's what we use to season just about everything with. From beef to pork to fish. I mean, you guys have, heard me talk about it before. Veggies, mashed potatoes. It's just really good on everything. So we're going to saute these onions down for just a couple minutes. And then I'm going to add the ground beef to this. All right, these onions have been sauteing for just a couple minutes, and they're going to continue to saute as this ground beef cooks. But that's 1 pound of ground beef. Just going to add it in here, break it down. Again, this is going to add some fat to the dish. That's why I didn't add a ton of it. When I was doing the sauteing the onions, I just added probably like a tablespoon, if that. So we're going to let this cook down, and I am going to season this with it's incredible again. Telling you, this stuff is amazing. Can't get enough of it. So I'm just going to let this cook down and, combine it with the onions, get it all mixed up. And once it's done, I will pick back up. All right, you guys, this ground beef is probably about 75% finished. So it has just a little bit ways to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this off to a different burner. And we are going to start on the sauce. I'm going to let this ground beef finish off on the burner next to me as we prepare this sauce. So let's get this moved over, and then we'll get started on that sauce. You're gonna love that sauce, I'm telling you. All right, so for the sauce, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 1/4 cup of oil, dump that right in there. And I'm going to mix a 1/4 cup of flour to this. We're going to make a little roux. Now you want to make sure that you constantly stir this. Don't leave it unattended. But you want to stir this flour into this until it's all broken up. You get all the clumps out. I wouldn't add all the flour at once because you don't want it to clump up. But take your time, get it in there, make sure you get it all broken up. There's that. To this, and I have this on a low heat. To this, I'm going to take 1 chicken bouillon cube. Let me get this opened up. Got a bouillon cube here. So we're going to break up and add to this. And then we want to stir this until that gets broken up. Again, do not leave it unattended, it will burn. So make sure you're constantly stirring. There you go. See, that didn't take long at all. What was that, like 15 seconds maybe? To this, I'm gonna take 3 tablespoons of chili powder right here. And we're gonna add that to the mix. Give that a good stir. Again, you just wanna make sure you incorporate it really well. Any chunks that are lumps that might be in here, you wanna make sure you break it up. And then to this, I'm going to add, so it doesn't take long at all. I'm going to add 2 cups of water. And we'll just add this in as I stir it. Make sure you get this all broken up. It will start clumping up once you add that water. That's why you don't want to add the water also all at once. Just kind of want to work it in there. And I'm telling you, if you try this sauce, you'll never go to a store-bought again. This is so good. So we just want to, we're going to add these 2 cups of water, make sure we thin it out. So once I get these 2 cups stirred in, I'll pick back up and then we'll add just a few more ingredients. All right, so I got the 2 cups added in. The last few ingredients we're gonna add, it's gonna be some onion powder. And it's just really the taste. I'm kind of eyeballing this. This is probably like a teaspoon and a half, maybe a tablespoon. I'm gonna, same thing with the garlic powder. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but maybe a teaspoon and a half. And some comino, or some ground cumin. Ground comino, some cumin. This right here, this is what makes it. So then we'll just, oh, it smells so good. That ground comino smells so good. Just get it stirred in here. And then we'll give it a taste and see if we need to add a little more of anything else. Then let's give it a taste test. Just the back of a spoon, or top of the spoon. Oh yeah, that's good. You know what? I am gonna add just a little bit of table salt. Give it a stir, and this will be done. Now we'll get to the shells, or the corn tortillas for this recipe. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do with those. All right, you guys, so for the shells, what I've got here is a pan of oil. And I'm gonna take a corn tortilla, just place it right in here. And we just wanna leave it in here for just a couple of seconds, or a few seconds on each side. Now, what we're trying to do here is just make it more pliable. You don't want to leave it too long. I don't know if you can see that, but it starts to puff up like a puffy taco, and that's not what we're looking for. We're gonna put it on a paper towel, let it drain, and then I'll take the other tortilla, the next one, again, just a few seconds on each side. Now, not only does this make the tortilla more pliable, but I'm telling you, it adds tons of flavor. This is a very important step you don't want to miss. Pull that right out. We're going to let it drain. And I'm going to get the rest of them done. And then I will pick back up once I have them all done and it's time to assemble. All right, you guys, I have everything ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this sauce here, the enchilada sauce. Now, you could do one of two things. You could take the shells and dip it in the sauce before you wrap your enchiladas. I've done that before, it works great. Or you can do what I'm about to do, and it's just a little cleaner, a little less messier. I'm gonna take some of the sauce, just fill the bottom of the pan, or this dish that we're gonna put the enchiladas in. To get you a good layer on the bottom. What that's gonna do is coat the bottom of the tortillas, or the enchiladas, as we put them in. And then I'm going to take some of this sauce and add it to the ground beef. All right, so I have the tortilla here. I'm going to take some of this ground beef mixture that I added sauce to. Going to fill up one of these. I had the wife grate some Kobe Jack cheese here. Use freshly grated cheese. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. I'm just going to take some of this cheese, add it right into here. This is going to be pretty big. And we're just going to roll it up and put it seam side down in the dish. I'm going to take another tortilla here. Again, take that ground beef mixture. Add some cheese to it. Let's go a little bit more. Get it rolled up. Tuck it in as I'm rolling. Take this, put it right in here, and I'm gonna do the rest, or I'm gonna do the same to the rest of them, and I'll pick back up once they're all done. All right, so I got all the enchiladas wrapped up. I'm gonna take the rest of this sauce, pour it right over. Earlier when I said that you can either dip the shells in the sauce before you wrap, or you could do what I'm about to do. This is what I was talking about. So this basically is the same thing. You're actually coating the shells with the sauce. So it accomplishes the same thing as dipping the tortillas actually in the sauce. So to that, I'm going I'm gonna take the rest of this Kobe Jack cheese that we shredded up and just pour it right on top. I have my oven preheating at 375 degrees. I'm gonna put a piece of foil over this. I'm gonna throw it in the oven for 20 minutes, wrapped in foil. And then after 20 minutes, I'm going to remove the foil and leave it uncovered for another 10 minutes. And then it'll be ready to eat. So. It's gonna be cheesy. So that's what it looks like now. We're gonna get it in the oven and I'll pick back up once they're done. You guys, these enchiladas are done. This is what they look like. I wrapped them with the foil for 20 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, I pulled the foil off and left them in the oven for an extra 10 minutes at 375 degrees. This is what they're looking like. They look good. They're hot. Just pulled them off, or just pulled them out. So we're gonna let them cool down and then we'll give them a taste. All right, you guys, I got everything plated up. So I made some homemade Spanish rice and some beans to go with these enchiladas. I didn't film that part, but maybe I'll do a video on the rice. But this is what it looks like. It looks so good. Just need to add some sauce on top, some chile, and I'm good to go. So we're gonna give this a taste and see how they turned out. All right, you guys, everything's done. We're gonna give it a taste. I think this is gonna be good. Let's get some on a fork and give it a try. It smells amazing. So there it is there, the enchilada. Let's give it a try. Salud. It's hot. That's good. That is excellent. That turned out just like I thought it would. I'm telling you, the homemade enchilada sauce, you gotta give it a try. It is so good. You won't be disappointed and you'll never go back to store-bought. I guarantee it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Share this video. And I would truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care.